Hey, good evening. This is Pete from FigLife.com, and today I'm looking at a variety called Col de Dame Mutante. And this is a variety I've tried many times before. It's at least my second year with this fig variety, and I always look forward to this fig because it is a really good tasting fig, and it's also a really cool looking fig because it's a striped variety. So it has a really neat look, but then also being a Col de Dame variety, it has an excellent flavor with it too. So the only thing that is kind of a downside to this variety is it is a late variety. So that's something to consider. But otherwise, this is just an outstanding fig variety, Col de Dame Mutante. So let's go take a look at that now. All right, good evening. Today I'm looking at Col de Dame Mutante, which is a great tasting variety. I had many of these figs last year, and really good taste, and also a really pretty fig. Let me try to take one of these organza bags off here. So you can see the striping here on Col de Dame Mutante. It has a really pretty kind of a green fig with purple striping. Here's one that's more ripe right here. I'm actually going to pick this one because it's split open a little bit. But you can see even when it's pretty much fully ripe, it still has some nice striping on it. And you can see how not much striping on this part, and then some pretty heavy striping on the top. So the striping can be kind of uneven on it too, which is pretty neat. So it's a really pretty fig. But probably the best part about this fig is it is just such a great taste, you know. It has that great Col de Dame flavor to it, and just a really nice tasting fig. As I was saying, the best thing about this though probably is the flavor. You know, there's just a really great Col de Dame flavor to it. Really nice berry, a lot of really nice berry flavor. So go ahead and pick this one since it is it has split open a little bit, and it's a nice size crack there too. I wouldn't say this is a bad splitter, but you know, just the weather here in Virginia, it's hard to get figs to to ripen sometimes without splitting. But I've gotten really good growth out of this tree this year. You can see how tall it is, maybe like 7 or 8 feet tall, and a lot of a fair number of figs. The only thing bad about this and all the Col de Dame varieties really is that they do ripen kind of late. They do ripen late. I mean, they're not kind of late, they are late. So it can be a challenge to get them to ripen here. Usually they don't start ripening until right at the very end of the season. But I can get them to ripen. I did give this, just like all my other potted figs, a little bit of a head start. So, you know, if you had a shorter season than I do, then it might really be a challenge to ripen these things. But it looks like this might be ripe. It's a little bit soft. I would have liked to have left this on a little bit longer, but it looks like it might be ripe. So let me go sit down and take a look at this fig here. A little bit. All right, so here we are, Col de Dame Mutante. Really nice tasting fig, pretty fig. And I forgot my scale again, but I'm in too much of a hurry to go get it. So no scale this time, but I'd say about a medium-sized fig, kind of a standard Col de Dame size for this Col de Dame Mutante. So let me go ahead and cut this open. We'll see if this split has ruined the fig at all, and if the fig is actually ripe. So, all right, so cut it open. I'd say this is just a little bit underripe. You know, if this was more well ripened, you would see more of a jammy sort of interior here. But you can see this is developing nicely. A nice dark red berry flavor or color to it. And this will probably still taste pretty good, even though it's underripe. You know, Col de Dame Mutante really is a variety that just has an excellent flavor to it. All right, let me try this thing. Be good. Okay, It's starting to get dark here too, so I gotta hurry up and get this video done. All right, and it's cooled off a bit, you know, but so it's possible the flavor may not be as good, both being underripe and also, you know, ripening in cooler weather. This may not be quite as good as it normally is, but find out here in a second. All right, so still a really good flavor. Actually, it's surprising given those two factors, being underripe and also ripening in cooler weather. You know, I kind of expected this to not be quite as good, but actually has a surprising amount of sweetness, a pretty good sweetness to it. And then of course some good berry flavor too. So this is a variety that if it's well ripened will be very sweet and also very much a berry flavor to it. Yeah, really nice. Like I said, just a little bit underripe. That was actually my first Col de Dame Mutante fig of the season. It's October 14th. So definitely ripening late this year. It wasn't in the greatest spot. You know, wasn't in the most sunny spot in the yard. But as I said, definitely a later variety, but a great flavor, great look to it. You know, a pretty fig, and definitely if you have a longer season than I do, you know, this is one that you should certainly consider getting. And if you just want to get a Col de Dame variety, this is a great variety to get because it has, you know, it has that cool striping associated with it. So it has that kind of nice striped look to it. So that was Col de Dame Mutante. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit subscribe and check out my website, www.figlife.com. Thanks.